All right, everyone, good morning. We're going to go ahead and get started on our gentle yoga. And let's go ahead and start in our comfortable seated posture. So I'm going to come down to the floor and sit on a pillow or a small towel or blanket, something like that that's comfortable. You can sit cross-legged or you can stretch your legs out if you need to. Most important thing is that you can sit with a nice straight back. And go ahead and just relax your hands either in your lap or on your knees and close your eyes for a moment. And take a nice deep breath in and out through your nose. And lengthen from the base of your spine, up your back, through the neck, through the top of your head. And now relax down through the forehead and around your eyes. Relax through the nose, the cheeks, your jaw, the neck, throat, shoulders. Relax down the arms to your fingertips. And back up through the shoulders, relax down through the upper back, your chest and lungs, your heart center, through the abdomen, through your lower back, from your hips, all the way down the legs to your feet and your toes. And now withdraw your awareness inward even more, and let's focus on the breath. So count to yourself the length of your inhale, count again the length of your exhale. And you'll notice as you do that, you want your breath to start to become even in length, but also it will start to slow down. It will start to deepen as you relax. And you'll notice that when your breath becomes more relaxed and deepens, that your mind becomes a little quieter. And with your next exhale, bring the chin forward, let your head hang down, draw your chest up towards your chin and just hold for a moment. Roll your head around to the back as you inhale. And then as you exhale, slowly roll your head back down to the front. And do the same number of circles to each side. Good. Let your head hang down when you're done with your neck rolls and just clasp your hands together, lay them gently on the back of your head, add a little bit weight to the stretch and just hold. And let your head come back up to center. One hand on the head, the other one can rest on your legs. Draw the ear toward the shoulder and just hold. And then let's do the other side as well. Good. And let your head come back up to center and then turn your head gently from side to side. So keeping that neck flexible, good range of movement back and forth. And let your head come back to center. Let's bring the arms up in front of you and we'll go ahead and do our eagle twist. So you can do either arm first. You're just going to put one elbow inside of the other, back to back with the hands, or wrap them around again so the fingertips touch the palm. Either way works, and draw your elbows up and hold. Take a nice deep breath in and out through your nose. Good. Inhale. As you exhale, you can let those elbows come down and untwist. And we'll do the other side. We're going to wrap the arms up again. So the other elbow inside. Good. Draw those elbows up and hold. And breathe. 2, 3. Inhale. As you exhale, let those elbows come down and untwist. Good. Arms by the side. Inhale, reach out and up and stretch. And clasp your hands, reach up towards the ceiling. Exhale, lean to one side. And inhale as you come up. Exhale over. Inhale to center. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good. And let's come back to center and draw back slightly with your arms and stretch. And let the fingertips touch. Inhale. As you exhale, bring your elbows out and down. Let's go ahead and take the hands behind your back. So you're going to clasp them together. Gently roll those shoulders back and hold. Good. And relax. Reach forward. Fingertips can touch your shoulders. And just make big circles. In, back, and around. Good. And let's change direction. And relax those arms. Good. Let's stretch the legs out for a moment. Give you a chance to stretch and relax your knees. All right, we're going to go back into that cross-legged posture. If you're comfortable putting one foot in front of the other, go ahead and do that, or you can stretch your leg out. Arms by the side. Inhale, reach out and up. And stretch and clasp your hands together. Reach up towards the ceiling. Exhale, go ahead and lean to one side. And then inhale as you come up and exhale over. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Good. Let's come back to center. And now we're going to place the hands in the back of the head. You can go to either side. Inhale, exhale as you lean to one side. Put your hand onto the mat. And if you're comfortable getting down onto the elbow, you can do that, or you can stay on your hand. I want you to look up. Inhale, as you exhale, just look forward, reach your arm over your head and stretch. And 2, 3. Good. Turn the palm upward. Inhale, reach as you come on up. Exhale, let your arm come down. We're going to switch those feet around. Clasp your hands together. You can switch how you clasp your hands together. So I'm right-handed. I'll naturally put my right thumb and finger on top, but I'm going to switch that now. So my left thumb and finger are on top. Go ahead and reach out and stretch back. Good. Hands on the back of the head. Inhale. As you exhale, you're going to lean to the other side. Release and put your hand to the mat and look up. Some of you are coming down into the elbow. Inhale. As you exhale, look forward and reach that arm out and stretch. Drawing that hip towards the mat. And 2. And 3. Good. And then reach and come on up. Exhale, let your arm come down. Let's take the hands behind your back. So you're going to clasp your hands together, roll the shoulders back and stretch. Good. And relax. Go ahead and reach forward. Fingertips touch your shoulders. One more time, big circle. And again, opposite direction. Good. And relax. All right, go ahead and stretch your legs out. And relax your legs and feet. So hopefully your shoulders feel a little more open. Good. Let's come on to the hands and knees and do a nice warm up for our back. If you want extra padding, feel free to use your blanket underneath your knees. All right, so you always want your hands, your fingers to be spread wide so your hands are firmly on the mat, knees are hip distance. And then as you exhale, tuck your chin in, round your back, round your shoulders and stretch. Arch your back, look up and inhale. Exhale, tuck your chin in. Round your back and shoulders, inhale, arch and look up. Good. Next exhale, hips back to your heels, forehead to the mat. You're going to reach all the way out through your fingertips. Just relax for a moment in your half tortoise. Okay. So from here, we're going to do a downward dog. So you want the hands firmly on the mat. You're going to come up onto your hands and knees. Go ahead and let your toes curl under and lift back and stretch. Soften the knees a little bit. Keep pressing into the floor and stretching your chest back towards your thighs and hold. You can do the runner stretch where you push one heel down and alternate your legs back and forth. Nice deep breath. All right, let's bring the shoulders forward, let your knees come on down. Sit towards that left heel and twist over to the right and get a nice stretch to that lower back. And just hold. 2, 3, and 4. And you're back up onto the hands and knees. Switch over, sit towards that right heel. Reach over to the left and stretch. 2, 3, and 4. And then back up onto the hands and knees. Slide that right knee all the way up and you're going to turn your heel in. So it's by that left hip bone. Stretch your left leg back so you get an even deeper stretch. Go ahead and look forward and stretch as you inhale. And then as you exhale, come on down. Rest your forehead right down onto your forearms. And just relax. And take a nice deep breath here. Try to get comfortable into the posture. If it feels good to rock your hips a little bit from side to side, you can do that. Okay, bring your chest up, hands firmly on the mat. We're going to step it back into the down dog. So we'll use that to transition between sides. So go ahead and stretch back. And shoulders forward, knees touch down to the mat. The left knee comes forward. You're going to turn your heel in, stretch your leg back. Inhale as you look forward and stretch. And then exhale as you come on down. And you can put your forehead down into your forearms. Take a nice deep breath here. One more time, hands firmly on the mat. Let's step it back into that downward dog again and stretch. All right, so I want you to get if your heels aren't touching, if you're in downward dog and your heels are up, just step your feet in a little bit closer so you can get your heels down. And I'm going to have you take your right leg, you're going to bend your knee, and I want you to extend your leg straight up towards the ceiling, big stretch, and take some strength in the arms as well. So you're still pressing the floor away from you and stretch. And you can even open up your hip a little bit. And if you're comfortable, bend your knee and drop your foot. And if you look under your left armpit, you might see your toes. Good. And we're going to relax and bring that leg back down. Let's do the other side. So you're going to take your left leg, bend your knee, and then extend your leg straight up. And you can open out your hip. And you can even bend your knee if you like and look under your right armpit and see your toes. Good. And relax and bring that leg back down. Good. Take a little bit of strength there. We're going to bring your shoulders forward, knees down to the mat, hips back to your heels. I want you to rest for a moment. Open and close your fingers and fists a couple of times. Relax your wrists and hands. Rock your hips a little bit from side to side. Take a nice deep breath here. Good, and then bring yourself up into a kneeling posture. Since we're kneeling for a moment, let's go ahead and do a stretch for our hips. And what we're going to do is open the knees wide. So if you are on hard floor, I do recommend putting your blanket under your knees because it can put a little bit of pressure on your kneecaps, okay? Even if you're on carpet, if you want to use your blanket, you can. But I want you to get as wide as you can, all right? Split knee child's pose. We're going to come down onto the elbows, so start here. And just notice how that feels. And if you feel like you can go further, you could bring your forehead down to your forearms, and you might be able to get down to the chest where you turn your head and you rest on your ear. And that just all depends on that inner thigh stretch, if you're comfortable with that. Okay, so you're just going to hold for a moment. All right, from here, come back up. If you were on your chest, be back up onto your elbows. Now you're going to bring yourself up, use your hands, and just help those knees in together, and then just sit for a moment in your kneeling posture. Let's stretch the toes out. So you're going to curl your toes under and sit on your heels. And stretch the arches in your feet. Just how that feels. Good. From here, we're going to stand up. So you can just move your blanket or towel or whatever off to the side for a moment. Good. Adjust the camera just a little bit so it's easier to see me. Good. And then let's do our standing postures. All right. So let's start with the feet about hip distance, hands on the hips, and we'll do our front bends. Okay. Inhale as you exhale, bend forward. Go ahead and fold into your front bend. Let your arms hang, let your head hang. You can bend or soften your knees just a little bit. Don't lock the knees. If you lock the knees, you'll get lightheaded in your front bend. So we want to keep those knees soft and just hang. Take a deep breath here. Let go all that tension down the spine. And we're going to use our squat as sort of a counter stretch. So you're going to bend your knees, get your hands on the mat, come on down. And this relaxes your legs, your hamstrings, your lower back. You're sitting all day, standing, at your computer. If you can remember to do a couple of front bends and squats throughout the day, that's going to help you and help the circulation in your legs too. Let's go ahead and do a front bend. And a squat, come on down. Good, one more time into that front bend. And bring your chest up, hands come onto the hips. Inhale as you bring yourself up. And I'm gonna have you support your back, so the heel of the hands right under your rib cage. Just soften through the knees, lift through the chest, gently lean back. And then come right back up to standing, up to center. Good, we're gonna draw the feet closer. Either the toes can touch or just be a couple of inches apart, arms slightly out to the side. This is your mountain pose. Good. Inhale, reach out and up and stretch. And let your fingertips touch. Reach to the ceiling. Go ahead and lean to one side and push out on that opposite hip. And then inhale as you come up. Exhale as you go over to the other side. Inhale to center. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Come back to center. Let's do our vinyasa. So you'll inhale, exhale as you fold. This is where you place the hands on the legs, draw the chest forward and inhale. And then exhale as you fold. Inhale, reach and come all the way up. And then bring your hands back to the heart. Inhale, reach up. And exhale as you fold. Draw the chest forward, inhale. Exhale as you fold. Inhale, reach and come on up. And then back to the heart. Okay, we're going to do this a few times. Inhale, exhale as you fold. And try to follow your breath. Stay aware of the breath. Inhale. And exhale. And reach. Back to the heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. And let's do one more. To the heart. Just pause for a moment. All right, let's do some balancing today. So start with your feet about hip distance and the hands on the hips. And then you want to find a point to focus on, to stare at. And you can shift your weight to either leg. So you're standing on one leg, just start with the toes of the opposite foot on the mat, your knees bent, toes on the mat, and I want you to bring that leg up just like this. So it's kind of in like a 90-degree angle. Now I want you to hold for a moment and then see if you can clasp your hands underneath your leg and still keep this opposite leg straight. See if you can reach for that. And then if you feel comfortable, extend that bent leg out in front of you and just push out through the heel. Balance, keep focus. Good. Bend that knee and bring the leg down. So you can take it in stages. All right, we're going to do the other side. I'll turn so you can kind of see what I'm doing. So you're going to shift your weight to your opposite leg, find your point to stare at, and you're going to bring the leg up. Start like this with the knee bent. Clasp your hands underneath the leg. And then see if you can extend that leg out. And you're trying to keep the standing leg straight and don't counterbalance by leaning back. Just try to stand nice and straight and tall and hold and push out through the heel and hold your balance. Good, and relax. You're going to bend that knee and put the leg down. All right, we'll do one more time on each side. I am going to show one more variation, but this is This is just optional. It's another variation that you can try. So just like we did, you're going to shift your weight to your standing leg, bring your opposite leg up, and you can clasp the hands, okay? Some of you might be able to clasp your hand underneath the foot. Well, yeah, actually, no, I'm not clasping. I'm just holding on to the foot and then extend that leg out. And that's a much deeper, harder position to do. This is definitely not gentle yoga. This is more advanced, but some of you might want to try that. Another variation is you can hold onto the calf, but you want to still have your standing leg straight if you can do it that way. And then bend your knee and come on down. So I gave you all kinds of variations. The most important thing is the balance part. All right, so it's not so important how far you go with your leg or foot, is that you want to be able to balance. So you're going to shift your weight to your opposite leg, bring your leg up. And again, you can clasp your hands, you can balance like this. You can extend the leg out. You can hold on to the calf. Some of you are actually reaching for the foot, and it's easier to bend the leg, hold on to the foot, and then extend the leg out. Again, you want to try to keep your standing leg straight as much as possible. With this one, of course, you have to lean forward a little bit in order to reach that foot, and then relax. And then all right, something challenging for a Thursday morning. All right, so let's have your feet about hip distance. You're gonna fold into a front bend, let yourself hang, and then sway a little bit from side to side, just stretch it out. When you're doing those standing postures, you can feel your lower back might tighten up a little bit in the backs of the legs as we're building some strength. So we're gonna relax that and stretch it out. Come on down into your squat. Go ahead and bring yourself down, okay? Right now in my squat, I have my heels up. And let's do a crow pose. We're gonna have the arms on the inside of your legs. And what you wanna do is spread your fingers wide and put your hands flat on the mat. And I want your middle finger to point straight ahead. Your thumbs are pointing towards each other, okay? What you're gonna do is lean forward and let your elbows press into, kind of like into this inner thigh area. And I'd like you to look forward. Don't tuck your head. Just look forward and lean and put that weight on your elbow and then come back. And do that again. And back. One more. Good. Just building some strength in the wrist and hands. We're going to come down to the seated posture. So go ahead and bring yourself down to the floor. You can sit. And then just stretch your legs out in front of you. And rock your feet in and out a couple of times. Good. Let's open both legs out into this posture. Okay, so we're going to stretch these inner thigh muscles here. So I want to sit, spread those legs out, sit up nice and tall. And have you reach over to one leg, inhale, reach up, and exhale as you stretch all the way out. You're reaching towards that opposite wall. Some of you might reach the foot, but it doesn't matter if you reach the foot. Just reach towards the wall and hold and breathe. And 3 and 4 and 5. And with an inhale, reach and come on up. Exhale, let your arm come down. We're going to switch over, reach up. Inhale, exhale as you stretch out. And 2, 3, 4, and 5. And inhale, reach and come on up. Exhale, let your arm come down. Good. We're going to stretch forward. So go ahead and lean into this stretch. And you can move a little bit from side to side, stretching over one leg and then over to the other side. Back and forth. Good. Come back to center. Bring yourself up. And let's help those feet into a nice butterfly stretch. So soles of the feet together. You're going to bounce your knees up and down. This will relax the stretch that we just did on the inner thighs. And now we're going to work the hips a little bit. Good. Let's lean forward into this stretch. So you're bringing the chest forward. I like to rest my forearms on my calves or on my legs. That helps to give me more of a stretch, so you can experiment with that. Try to relax your face, your jaw, your shoulders. Relaxing through your torso, relaxing your hips, all the way down the legs to your toes. Good, and then go ahead and bring yourself up and let's hop those knees in. Detach from the crying baby. And go ahead and rock your feet in and out. He's doing very well, by the way. He's just a little tired this morning. All right, back and forth. Okay, so let's do this posture. You're going to take one leg and you tuck it under. And then with the opposite leg, you're going to cross it on top. Now, ideally, you're getting one knee on top of the other and the feet are going back. If your hips don't do that, it's okay to be a little more open. You can be like this, where you cross the leg over. You're still going to get a really good stretch. And if that isn't comfortable, straighten your bottom leg out. Just do it like this, okay? So giving you all these variations. Sit up tall. Inhale. As you exhale, lean forward. Good. And just fold. Okay, go ahead and bring yourself up. Let's undo those legs. And we're going to do the other side. So tuck your leg under, cross the opposite leg on top, or you can keep the bottom leg straight, whatever you prefer. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale, exhale as you lean forward and stretch. And just hold. Good, and relax. Go ahead and bring yourself up, undo those legs, stretch your legs out in front of you, and just kind of rock your feet in and out a few times. Good. All right, before we go down onto the mat, I'm gonna move up a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, we're gonna do what's called the boat pose. So you're gonna clasp your hands underneath your legs and you're gonna balance right on your tailbone. I want you to lift your feet an inch or two off, or mine are a couple of inches off the floor. It's almost like there's a string or attached from your chest up towards the ceiling. So it's keeping your chest lifted, your shoulders back, so you're not hunching by your ears. Good, sit up nice and tall. And I just want you to hold, find a point to focus on. And then to challenge yourself, you can bring your feet a little bit higher and hold. Good, and we're gonna relax, bring the feet down, slide your feet forward, fold into a front bend. Okay, go ahead and bring yourself up. We're going to do that again. So you're going to balance. And I've given you different variations. You can start here. You can raise your feet to here. You can also release your hands. You could extend the legs. It's much harder to do, but you can try that variation. Good, and then let's relax. Let's bend the knees, stretch your legs all the way down into the floor, stretch it out. Fold. Good, and then bring your chest back up. Okay, I'm gonna have you lie down onto your back. So go ahead and lay down, pull the knees into your chest, rock your hips a little bit from side to side. There you go.
And just relax your back. You're letting go of all that tension down the spine. Rock from side to side. And take a nice deep breath. Place the feet on the mat wide. So I want one foot to either edge of the mat. And just drop your right knee down towards your left foot. Hold for a moment. And then switch, drop your left knee down towards your right foot and hold. And let's go back and forth. One knee, and then the other knee. Good, let's bring the knees about hip distance apart, arms by the side. Go ahead and press your back into the mat, press the feet down, raise your hips up into a nice bridge, nice arch, and hold. Inhale as you exhale, roll down slowly and draw those knees back into your chest and relax your back. Feet on the mat, hip distance. We're going to lay the right ankle across your left knee, and I want you to draw your legs in and hold. Good stretch in your hip, maybe across the knee and ankle. Good, let's switch sides. You're going to lay your left ankle across that right knee, pull the legs in, reach through, and hold onto that right leg, stretch. Good, and relax. All right, let's go ahead and have you stretch all the way down into the floor. Reach your arms beyond your head and stretch like you're being pulled from one end of the room to the other. Nice big stretch. Good. Go ahead and reach your arms out. And let's take the right foot, place it on top of your left knee, and then shift over into your left hip. Let that leg cross over you. And you can hold onto that leg and draw it down. Look out towards your right hand and stretch. And try to bring that right shoulder down if you can. And breathe. Good, let's switch sides. So you're going to come onto your back, place the left foot on top of your right knee, shift onto your right hip, cross that leg over you. Look out towards your left hand so you can draw that shoulder down, and you can hold onto your right knee and stretch. Good, and relax. Go ahead and untwist. One more time, draw those knees into your chest to relax your back. And then go ahead and stretch yourself all the way down into the mat, onto the floor. Just let your arms rest by your sides. And let your legs rest, let your feet fall out to the sides. Close your eyes for a moment, take a deep breath. Inhale and exhale deeply and just allow the floor to support your body. Relax any tension through the forehead and around your eyes. Relax your jaw, down through the neck and throat and the shoulders, down the arms to your fingertips. And back up through the shoulders, relax down through the torso, all the way down the legs to your feet and your toes. All right, and when you feel ready, you can start to stretch. Let your awareness come back to your body. You can pull those knees into your chest and relax. And then just rest on your side for a moment. And then when you feel ready, you can bring yourself up into a seated posture. Good. And then just rest the hands in your lap for a moment. All right. And then you can bring your hands to the heart for a moment. And then eyes are open. Namaste. All right, everyone. If you're going to head out for your day, I want to wish you a really great day. Just remember to breathe throughout the day and maybe do some front bend squats to help you feel better through all those Zoom meetings that we're doing. Those of you that want to stay and do a little meditation, feel free to do that. And you can get your blanket or a pillow to sit on. And we'll go ahead and do some pranayama and a meditation as well. All right. So I want you to come to a comfortable seated posture. The most important thing is that your spine is straight. So you can sit in a chair to meditate. It helps to have your feet flat, either on the floor or on a pillow or something like that. And then I would still put a folded towel or pillow underneath your hips to raise your hips up just a little bit to make that easier for you. Okay, to sit with a straight back. All right, and you can rest your hands either in your lap or on your knees for a moment. So when I sit in my meditation, I do mentally do a scan where I just start at the top of my head and I relax through the forehead, around the eyes. Relax your jaw, neck, throat, shoulders, down the arms to your fingertips. Nice deep breath, relax down through the torso. From the hips down the legs to your feet and toes. And then let's go ahead and do the alternate nostril breath. So you're going to bring your hand up in front of the face. Your thumb will be pressing on the right nostril, and then you can use the inside of your ring finger to press on the left nostril, or it can be your pointer finger.
And I'll walk you through it. Inhale through both nostrils and then close that right nostril with your thumb and just exhale through the left. Close the left nostril and inhale right. Close the right one, exhale left. Close the left nostril, inhale right. Close the right nostril, exhale left. Close that left nostril, inhale right. Now exhale through the right nostril. Close it and inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale left. Let your hand come down and exhale evenly through both nostrils. And now keeping your awareness on your breath. If you like, you can count the length of your inhale, count the length of your exhale to even out your breath. You can also use a mantra where you're matching the sound of the mantra to the sound of the breath. So as you inhale, you can think the sound. So. And then as you exhale, you'll think the sound hum. And as your breath becomes deeper, your mind will start to quiet a little bit more. And just allow those thoughts to pass by. Don't really attach yourself to them. If you find yourself following a thought, just bring yourself back to your body and back to your breathing, back to the sound of your breath.